Hi guys, Jeremiah.
Oh, we're
again
recording.
Today. We are, yes,
Those
we
are
are.
the outtakes.
Got Dr. Bruce with me today, our CEO. We were just talking about Louis Vuitton and purses, and that was an interesting conversation.
Yes.
So yeah, I had to.
Neither one of us have one.
No.
I mean, go figure. You would think, you know.
My wife actually has a purse. It was from Senegal in Africa. I bought it there from one of the stands. Has the boba tree on it. She still has it. It's over almost 12 years old now. So it was like
yeah, but you guys were in
$5.
Africa. That was still cool. I mean, it's not $5
versus
to go
a
to
$2,000 Louis Vuitton purse. So, anyways,
I need several.
Today we're talking about chiropractic care, and I wanted to talk about it from the point of regenerative medicine. Why is chiropractic care important? Can you kind of go through that with me a little bit? With I know we have lots of things we offer in regenerative medicine with exosomes and stem cells and PRP, all those pieces. But how does chiropractic care fit into that?
Yeah, so what you're really trying to do is regenerate, and we already know that your body requires a stimulus to grow. In fact, that's one of the reasons why we're losing our knees and shoulders and ankles today is we don't get the stimulus anymore. We're this all the time, right? So because you would think, that, well, if you're not using it, you must be saving up all that energy to keep a good spacer for a long period of time. It's simply not true.
Yeah.
You wind up using it up a lot faster because you're not asking the body to grow. It's kind of the old thing where, do you remember they used to have, what was that big glass thing that all these people lived in? And I can't remember, it's like a biosphere or something like that. Do you remember?
Yep.
And the trees that they put in that thing, you could push over. There were no wind.
I didn't know that.
There was no demand on them, so they didn't grow roots like you would expect.
Huh.
Yeah, they just didn't. Because there was no pressure on it.
Yeah.
And your body requires that pressure. And the fact is, though, it can be painful. And it can get to the point where there's just too much pain, so you're not going to use that knee anymore.
It reminds me of when we go up to Trail Ridge in Colorado and you go over the pass, how you have all these trees that are up there. Like, how in the world did this tree exist when you have 6 feet of snow and it's just getting blasted by the wind? And it's like you're talking about, because it's built up that resistance.
Yes, that tree is resistant to that. And the fact is, once we start having problems like this, chiropractors reduce pain. We reduce pain in joints so that you can use it again. Yeah. And that's a big deal. Even if you're trying to regenerate a joint or whatever, if it hurts, you're just not going to use it. I mean, we get it too. We're not going to go, well, now you got to go use that knee, even though we know it hurts. So the goal is, let's get the pain out of it. Let's rebalance the body, because the odds are you've been walking around that, right? You've compensated.
Yeah, I don't want to be in pain, so you've compensated.
So now something
back and different muscles are pulling that shouldn't be because you're in pain.
The number one cause of hip problems is actually a foot problem.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the number one cause of hip problems is actually a foot problem, because you'll walk around it. Oh, my foot hurts, so I'm going to walk around it different. I'm going to swing it differently. Yep. Look at years ago, John Wayne, right? He had really bad knees. It started in his feet, and then his knees got bad, and it went from there.
I didn't know that. I guess it makes sense when I axed my foot a couple weeks ago.
Oh my goodness, I couldn't believe it.
I kind of hobbled a little differently, and it's been a process of getting body back to normal, but I am now. So
you are amazing. But that was just it's amazing that, and it happens, right? Yeah. This is a normal thing for you. You split wood, you got it right 10,000 times in a row. You get it wrong once.
Yep. Little scratch.
And it winds up. The axe head went through his shoe and into his foot, but at least
you hobbling around for a couple weeks, and then
everything's different.
It was better, but then I felt it still. You could tell there was a response in the muscles that was different. Yeah, that's had to fix itself. So,
well, imagine this for a long period of time. Now we've got a back that hurts or shoulders that hurt. So even in regenerative medicine, you have to stimulate the body in a way. The enzymes, hormones, all of those growth factors, cytokines, and all of that grow differently under a demand than they would with no demand. So the problem is we get to an age and we start to realize, I'm going to have to address this. This is causing other problems. I can't sleep. I can't
think or eat or move right.
And the problem, and the only convincing we do is that it's probably smarter to address it now than it will be 5 years from now. Because you're going to start addressing it with a cane or with medication. Oh my goodness. And they don't like this anymore. Have you noticed? The healthcare has gone completely away from meds. They're saying we don't want to diminish all this pain, even the injections, rot stuff. So our regenerative stuff, it's very important to keep it in motion so that your body will get those juices, will get those appropriate chemistries.
Yeah. So if someone comes in they're a new patient, what would you say would be the first step of that process for them? What would you like to see them do?
Examination.
Yeah.
You know, let's take a look at you. Let's hear what you want to do.
Yeah.
I want to know what you want to do.
I know that's called a CME.
It
a lot
is.
of people don't know. What's involved in that CME? What's the value of that? Who do they get to meet? What goes into play there?
Care coordinator. You get to meet the care coordinator who basically talks to you about what you want us to look at and why you want to get better. Because everybody's got a different why, you know. It has to do with, do I want to lift my grandkids? Do I want to be able to play competitive golf or tennis? We had that lady that came in with soccer as a young lady. She was 18 years old playing her senior year, and her hips weren't working right. We found out it was a knee issue. We get to resolve the knee issue, and she can kick the heck out of a soccer ball.
Now she can.
She can, though. I mean, yeah. But, you know, that's what happens. I mean, we get a lot of athletes, as you would guess, because athletes really want to be able, that's the difference. An athlete wants to be able to express their body passionately somehow. Any sport, right? It doesn't matter. I mean, you get the pickleball. This thing's growing really huge right now. And they start realizing, I really thought I could play pickleball because I don't have to move all that much. Well, I sort of stand there and swing. So
it's why you do it.
Why would you want it?
Yeah. And how you're doing. You want to understand that why first.
Otherwise, you wind up saying, okay, well, here's, you know, it's basically, here's what's wrong. Okay, well, we're just going to hand you that.
Yep.
And that's not, we don't like to work that way. So you get to talk with somebody that really cares about you.
Yeah. So one of our doctors meets with you. It's our care coordinator, Dr. Bennett.
Yep.
You develop what is that why? What do you want to do that you aren't able to do right now? Goes through that process. Then they meet with our nurse practitioner.
Yeah. The nurse practitioner, orthopedist go through what's working, what's not working. If it's not working, why?
Yeah. So then at that point, the patient leaves. They go home. But then I know there's a whole process behind the scenes. What happens with that information?
Everybody gets together and talks about you.
So everybody comes together.
We're all talking about you if you're paranoid.
But our whole team does.
Yep.
So there's 5 providers. There's 6 nurse practitioners. There's a support staff, a billing department, insurance. There's rehab techs. Everybody's figuring out a plan for that patient.
Yep.
And then the patient's invited back for reported findings.
Yeah, and so we just go through what it is that's working, what you're able to do that you should be able to do, and that's great. That's celebrated. What you can't do that you want to be able to do, and then that's we hand you what we can do after that.
Yeah, and then the reported findings again, it's looks at that why and what you want to do and why you want to do it and what it's going to take to get to that point.
Yeah.
Insurance is covered at that point. There's out-of-pocket expenses. I even heard we're in network with a new company now that can do some financing options.
Yeah, they've been great. They've been terrific with us because some of those things were ridiculous. They've been fantastic. I just had a high-level meeting with their CEO today, but it was really good to be able to chat with them. And so, you know, we're ready. We can do this, but we're in network with almost we work with anybody that wants to work with us. You know, so almost everybody you can name.
Yeah.
But we're going to go, we're almost addicted to insurance, though.
Yeah.
That's a part of our problem. Well, my insurance doesn't cover this, even though this would really help me or my family. And in fact, you're seeing lots of commercials about this right now. Have you not noticed?
I've seen that, yeah.
Lots of commercials are about, it's not covered by your insurance. Well, go to this company or go to that company.
We'll give you a loan to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have come up with, we came up with an offer to be able to help them.
Yeah,
right?
so that CME, you meet with the care coordinator, the nurse practitioner, the orthopedist. You meet with some of our front counter staff. The billing takes a look at you, the rehab department, the nurse practitioners.
It's an honest
all
look.
of that's value for it's $97.
Yeah,
it's less than $100 to come in, figure out what's possible and how much it's going to cost.
I think it's really good
that's cash. There's no insurance options.
We don't look at it. It's not an enticement. Yeah. This is basically what it would cost for us to go through this thing and find out what's going on. And then you're part of the decision process. I think that's different, you know.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times it's like, you have I have this bronchitis. Well, I got bronchitis. That's why my voice is so weird. But I had this bronchitis, and we get sick too occasionally. Although it's very occasionally, thank goodness.
Yeah.
But it was like, you need this. I'm like, okay. I'm an athlete that does this, that does it. Didn't matter.
Yeah.
You need this, right?
Medication and on to the next one.
Right. I think I would have preferred to at least have part of the conversation. But can I talk to you about me for a minute? No, we don't have time. We have time. We're taking good time. And that's been a big gift there.
All right. Cool. Well, thanks again for meeting with me today.
Always.
Hopefully you feel better soon.
Yeah, I'm much better today,
Yeah.
Medications work. That's why we have the medical doctors here. That's why we have our nurse practitioners here.
Yeah.
If you need medication, come on. That's necessary, right? If you don't, then let's avoid, because your body can heal itself. In fact, it's the best healing organism. It's the best part of your healing organism.
So to take advantage of that offer, again, it's $97.31. It's a very specific number. You can call our office and set up that appointment as a new patient with Dr. Bennett. Our number is 816-454-5433.
816-454-5433. Do you know why I came up with that number?
I don't.
It was 45 for life. That's actually what it was.
Really?
Yeah, it's 45 for life.
Huh.
My grandfather
Okay.
told me when I was young. He said, I was real little. He said that I said, well, I plan on reaching my peak by the time I get to high school.
Right.
And he said, you'll actually reach your peak physical condition, mental acuity, and everything about 45. And so I went, okay, 45 for life. Yeah,
It is.
he was
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that
Yeah,
454-5433 is 45
Yeah.
for life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There
you go.
I was bored. I came up with it made sense to me at the time.
Well, you can call 816-45-4-LIFE.
Bridge Integrative Medicine.
Get you an appointment to talk to one of our doctors and figure out what's possible.
Yeah.
So, cool.
I
Thanks
know
for
the
meeting
background,
with me.
right? Don't you know the background stories?
Thanks for meeting with
You
me
betcha.
today.